There's obstacles to the entryway, but not to the elevation. Not your basic reader. This one's specific for narcissistic people who have been abused by narcissists. Psychic messages. This will get through to your metaphorical image brain, your genius, your dream speak. It's going to sound non-linear, but it will sink in deeper. See a dog pandiculating, like rubbing their neck in the grass, like the little chihuahua was showing me today. It's not a stretch, it's a pandiculation. Like you want to perfume yourself in the grass to smell like nature. Make that connection with nature in the grass. So you can practice this in your bed, imagining you're rubbing your neck in the pillow, which is grass. Connect with nature. There's a blockage at this level because people felt like they were strangled when you're gaslit and told shut up and told you're not a light, all that abuse, okay? Created a blockage here. And at the bottom of the tailbone, there's knee pain blockage on a lot of empaths. The knee feet positioning is just not correct because of that tailbone pain. That's all it is. It's a feeling of lack of support in the left hip. And there's a blockage in the back of the liver, which is that anger, that disgust, that is healthy anger, that you have been too kind, too sweet, or just felt unsafe because of that lack of safety in your whole life, that lack of support. You felt unsafe to express the healthy anger. A pose that will help this, the yoga pose, is goddess pose, or horse stance. I'm not going to do it because I don't want you to look at how it's supposed to be. I want you to feel it. So if you stand up, your feet are straight. Put your heels out, feet out, heels out, feet out. So you're standing with your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And you squat down a tiny bit like you're riding a horse. Now in that position, if you use just the external lower parts of your glute to push forward, you should feel a good stretch in your hip flexors. This is very important to get your safety back in walking, your postural support. Get into a horse stance if you want to ride your horse up to elevation, okay? The horse stance is also going to help your feet positioning. When you're in the horse stance, put your arms out like this, and it's goddess pose. Just like scarecrow arms. In the horse stance, you're in a goddess pose. This will help you realign your core, because if you've been abused by narcissists, you've been bound up in all their monitor spirit technology, their dark cloud, and you're probably supporting yourself with the connective tissue of your back all crunched up. While you're listening to this video, if you don't want to do that, you could massage this point right over your left eye, your left eyebrow, that point, or your right big toe. Okay, these are the body mapping lines. These areas in the body need to be cleared and stretched out, investigated. Put love, put forgiveness, see those words recoding in these areas to clear out those dark clouds. Because that's all it is. It's a dark cloud of other people's abuse, their energy that went on you. You're wondering where you are. You probably have going on in your head, and you're even having difficulty hearing my voice. Tell that black cloud to go away. You are, say this is you, and you're like, I don't know who I am, I don't know where I am. That's normal after you've been abused, because someone shoved their dark cloud down your throat, and it went all around your head, made you feel unsafe all over here, made you lose your feet like you don't have any footing, and you're actually buried somewhere deep down inside of you, but it feels like you're over here. somewhere, or over there maybe. You could be in all these places. Each one of these places, that's somewhere where you were traumatized, you jumped out of your body. Anytime you're traumatized, you jump out of your body. So you have to do the work to get yourself back, rewrite your story where you're the hero of your story, you get yourself back, and you're no longer the victim. Now, someone needs to listen up. A little bird spoke to me in the hypnopompic state with their eye, little worried, sick eye bird, brown bird, and a man, maybe Persian, maybe Arabic, maybe has a mustache like this. That's for some people, not everybody. It applies. There's a story going on that is a very common story among empaths and narcissists, because empaths invest so much of their love into this person that they have a fairy tale story in their head where they imagine if they do enough work and if he does the work, then he'll see that I was the one that stood by him this whole time, this whole decade, and he's going to choose me and he'll finally see my worth. And that's just not how the laws of nature, the laws of physics, the laws of relationship work. I'm so sorry, but it's not. It doesn't work like that. Why? Because you can't heal on the battlefield. It says you got healing to do. You're not even there. How can you be in a relationship with that narc? How can you do your own work to clear yourself while you're still with them? And then after you do get clear, you're not going to want to be anywhere near them. You're not. Unless the serious repentance, they become another person. You'd be two whole new people if you both did the work. And by the time the work is done, you're probably going to be on different paths, because the empath tends to be far more advanced than the narcissist, the a-hole. Same thing. There's a lot of people, especially women, refuse to admit that they're with a narcissist because a lot of them are covert narcissists. And it's the poor me thing going on, and they empathize with that. But no, they're an a-hole. An a-hole is the same thing as a narc. So when they're triggered, that werewolf comes out, that attacks, or worse, maybe a man in black. These are entities, these are dark forces. And remember, the war is against dark forces, not people. So that healthy anger, when it comes up, that healthy anger is to say, this is my space, this is my body, these are my thoughts, these are my emotions. And this is how you heal this area. To speak, to express. This is how you heal your heart, because when you're sad, the opposite of depression is expression. Watch my recent video, BC Calling. I talk about the willow tree. If you feel like Forrest Gump, all alone in the forest, your best friend is going to be Jenny. That's a willow tree. Just peel off the brown bark and peel off the white bark. Put the white bark, little potato peeler stuff, in a cup. Pour some hot water over it, or boil it is even better. Let it simmer for 20 minutes and drink it up. It's not like aspirin, though, even though they make aspirin out of the willow tree. It's just an all-encompassing friend who's a tree who will help. It will help anti-inflammatory your body and help you feel better in your skin. Help you ground. You need to spend time with trees, not a-holes. And men have a more difficult time understanding this stand your ground without being an a-hole, because there's a fine line where the empath can become a narcissist. So always remember, be nice, be kind. And often the only way to be kind is to have boundaries and not engage your energy. Because if you were to engage, you'd just be perpetuating a toxic loop. That toxicity is radioactive. It's the type where you don't notice how radioactive it is at first, and a decade later, your jaw is crumbling, and you have no use of your jaw because that was radioactive. And I made a short video with that, with the licking the radium watch hands. It's the same thing. Love you so much.